ఏడబెట్టాలని తెలియదు. రేవంత్ అన్న వచ్చి ఎక్కడ స్టేజ్ చేస్తాడో తెలియదు కదా.
అక్కడ స్టే చేసి ఒకటి అలా పెడదామా?
అది ఎవరికి, మనకా వేరే వాళ్ళకి తెలియదుగా.
వాళ్ళు లైవ్ ఉన్నట్టుంది.
లైవా? మనకు లైవ్ లేదంట మరి, మనకు సంబంధించింది.
పెట్టినా మొత్తం
రిసెప్షన్ కాడ పెట్టి, రిసెప్షన్ కాడ పెట్టి ఇంక అయిపోతుంది మళ్ళీ.
డైరెక్టర్స్ రూమ్ ఎక్కడ? డైరెక్టర్స్ రూమ్
ఏమని ఏమర్థం కాదు. పిచ్చుకలకి తిరుగుతాను వచ్చిన కానీ టిఫిన్ అన్నారు, అది అన్నారు, ఇది అన్నారు. ఏడుందో కూడా, ఏడుందో టిఫిన్ కూడా ఏడుందో తెలుస్తలేదు. ఎవరిని అడిగినా టిఫిన్ ఏం లేదు సార్ అంటే. రేవంత్ అన్న వస్తున్నాడు కదా, రేవంత్ అన్న
రేవంత్ రెడ్డి వస్తున్నాడు. మొన్న దానికి వచ్చింది కదా కళాకారుల
వస్తాడు. దీనికి కూడా వస్తాడు.
దీనికి కూడా వస్తాడు.
సినిమా అంటే ఎవరైనా
సినిమా కదా, పిలవాలి. పిలవకపోతే మళ్ళీ
సరే కానీ మనది ఎక్కడ ఎక్కడ
డైరెక్ట్ ఎక్కండి. కానీ నెంబర్ అట్లా ఉంటుంది, కోడింగ్ ఉంటుంది బోర్డులలో. అక్కడక్కడ బోర్డుల మీద కనపడుతుంది, ఆ కోడింగ్ ఉంటుంది. లేదంటే సెకండ్ టికెట్ అడగండి, ఇక్కడ చెప్తారు. జారీ బాబు ఎప్పుడు వచ్చాయండి. అంత మనలే వేరే
దానికోసం సపరేట్
పేడు
మొత్తం లోపలనే ఇక్కడ
అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. ఎక్కడ పడితే ఎక్కడే ఉన్నాయి, అన్నీ తిరుగుతామని చూసుకున్నాం. అటు ఒకటి ఉన్నది ఎక్స్పో అని. ఏది తీసుకోవాలని రంగా ఏడు చూసినా సినిమాటిక్ ఎక్స్పోనే ఉంది. మరి మనకిచ్చింది అయితే ఫ్యూజీ ఫిలిం వాళ్ళది, మనకిచ్చింది అయితే ఫ్యూజీ ఫిలిం వాళ్ళది.
అక్కడ కూర్చుని ఆయన దినేష్ అన్న బ్యాగ్ సరి
బ్యాగులు సెట్ చేస్తా పట్టుద్దా.
ఎవరు పడుతుంది తిరుగుతారు కదా.
అసలు ఇప్పుడు మనం ఎవరిని రికార్డ్ చేయాలని కూడా అర్థం కావట్లే. ఇంకా ఇది సోనీ. సో సోనీ అంటే ఇదే ఉన్నట్టుగా. చలో ఇక్కడ ఉంది బా, సోనీ సినిమా లైన్ అంట. సోనీ సినిమా లైన్ పోదాం బా, ఇంక లోపలికి వెళ్ళిపోంబా. ఆగదు, ఇవి రెండు చూసినా, ఇది అది రెండింటికి. ఏంటిగో ఇది ఓపెన్ చేస్తుందా? ఓపెన్ చేస్తే దాన్ని తగిలించుకోండి. లేదంటే ఈ రెండింటికి కలిపి పెట్టేసి ఇంకే దిల్లీకి పెట్టు.
కాలు కాస్తుంది.
ఒక రౌండ్ వేసుకున్నాం దింపాలి లోపల.
నాలుగు విజువల్ ఉంటుంది.
అట్లనే కొట్టుకుంటూ పోదాం. 5 నిమిషాలు కండి. వస్తారు ఒక్కొక్కరు ఒక్కొక్క టీం ఉందంట. అంతే.
Yeah, reading of one day shot of external camera. So I contacted you. Yeah. Because no doubt I purchased the camera. I got English battery red man.
మొదలు తిరుగుదా తిరుక్కుంటూ వెళ్ళిపో కొట్టుకుంటా కొట్టుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోదా అంతా 10:30 11 అయితే
ఆల్రెడీ
ఇవాళ లైవ్ పెట్టినది థర్టీ సెకండ్స్ చాలు నడు నడు కవర్లో భూమిగా
అందుకే రా because it's powder will please travel the remote like less than 1 kilowatt so this runs on 70 watt. I can go into a apartment, I can plug it to the wall and I can consider this scenario at direct
ये निकाल के आप किलोमीटर वाला लगा सकते हो, मीटर लगा सकते हो, 4 मीटर तक आता है। पूरा ऐसे तरीके से पैकेज करता है और हम आपको शेयर करते हैं। और वाटर पावर तो बैटरी ऑपरेटेड
Please find out సరే
వైడ్ యాంగిల్ పెట్టుకోవడం బెటర్ అనిపిస్తుంది నాకు. లెన్స్ వైడ్ యాంగిల్ లెన్స్ పెట్టుకోవడం బెటర్ ఏమో. कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा, कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा, कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा. మనం వచ్చింది అసలు ఏంది, ఏం చేయడానికి వచ్చామో ఏమో. అంతకలిపి ఒక 5 నిమిషాలు వదిలేసి దాంట్లో అదనంగా వేయరు కదా, ఓన్లీ విజువల్ చేయరు. వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడేది పెట్టారు, వచ్చే విజువల్ మాట్లాడేది పిల్లలు లింక్ ఉన్నారు లేదంట. అందుకనే కంటెంట్ కావాలన్నారు. కంటెంట్ కావాలంటే అమ్మ ఏం కంటెంట్ మనకైతే అర్థం కానీ నా వల్ల కాదని వాడికి అబ్బాయి చెప్పా. కామేష్ నరేష్ ఫోన్ చేసి కామేష్ ఏమన్నాడు. కామేష్ వాడు స్టాండ్ తెచ్చుకోలే అన్నాడు. ఎక్కడ స్టాండ్, ఏడ స్టాండ్ పెడతారో ఏమో తెలియదు. మన స్టాండ్ ఎక్కడుందో అర్థం కావట్లేదు. ఎవడెవడో ఫోన్ చేస్తాను, ఫోన్ చేయండి. కామేష్ చేస్తే ఇలానే తిరుగుతారు వాళ్ళు. అదే ఇంసేపు మనకు కనపడరు, ఇలానే తిరుగుతున్నారు. మొత్తం కొట్టుకుందాం. 10 సెకండ్ ఆగొద్దు, 10 సెకండ్ కొట్టుకుంటే వెళ్ళిపోదాం. అట్లా వెళ్ళిపోదామా? వెళ్ళిపోవడం కాదు, ఏదైనా మన ప్లేస్ చూసి ఎక్కడ ఇది బ్యాగ్ పెట్టదు, ప్రశాంతం కూర్చోదు మనం బ్యాగా.
चलो ऐसे करते हैं, फिर एक काम करते हैं, फिर ये कार रखेंगे सामान.
the people were taller than they are in the Kaliuga. So the VFX was only to tell the story in whatever way it is. If Bhairava has a hologram, it's because he's created a technology which allows him to do that. So yeah, it's not separate, it's intertwined.
So were you thinking about the VFX already when you've been composing the scenes or shots?
Yeah, for sure. That's the only way to do it.
And for Buji and Bhairava, why did you choose animation as a medium to tell this story? Because it's a prequel.
It's a prequel, yes. I think I personally, for me, I grew up watching a lot of Cartoon Network for sure. I still remember SWAT Cats, I still remember, I used to binge watch a lot of cartoons on Cartoon Network or wherever they used to come. So they are things that have stayed with me even after I've watched films, even after I've worked in various other industries, and those are the things that sort of stay at your core. And I felt that it's a great way for people to approach the sequel, and I also thought it's a great way for kids to get into the world.
So you wanted to enlarge the audience for the Kanki universe?
Yeah, that's one part of it, but also I just felt that the tone of that story of the prequel will be more interesting if it's in an animation format.
Zooming out a little bit, in your eyes, defines an Indian visual storytelling as a style, especially in animation. What does it mean? Defines an Indian visual storytelling style, especially in animation. Define the storytelling in the Indian animation.
Defining Indian storytelling, I'm not really sure.
If there is any specific storytelling style
That I like.
that you like in animation, especially which would connect with the Indian way of storytelling, because it's much more different.
Yeah.
It's not so dramatic than other.
I think so. I always wanted to see an animated version of Amar Chitratada, because I thought that, we sort of grew up with that. So it's a very classical Indian kind of style. And we've seen it in comic books, and I think just waiting for someone to make it an animation film, because it's still classic, it's aged really well. And and I don't think there's anything more Indian than that. There's definitely Chacha Chaudhary, I think that's amazing too. I was looking at some Tinkle because my son started reading Tinkle recently, so I thought that has some scope. What else? There used to be this Telugu kids magazine called Chandamama, but there were not many illustrations in it. It was more written, but I think there's still a great scope there to sort of animate Chandamama stories also.
I remember Vikram Betal was also in
Vikram Betal was also. I think they did something for Vikram Betal, but not that well.
We did as a link of animations. The AI and virtual production is evolving very fast. Right now, even recently, you can see the created actors in AI and put behind the camera, I could say. Does tech empowers or rather endangers the storytelling?
I think it's a tool for sure. It's something that at this stage maybe we can get carried away with it because it seems like it can do everything or something. But at the end of the day, it's a tool. I love this example where someone gave that when the camera first became a little more mass-produced, a lot of people thought that painters would lose their jobs because people used to paint portraits of families, of people, of everything. There was like an entire industry of that. And they did. It just turned out that artists decided to choose different kind of art, and photography became a different form. And I think that's probably something that's going to happen. There's going to be some rearrangement for sure, but yeah, I think that's just an evolution. I don't know how it's going to be because we're right in the middle of it.
Do you speak to artists which use already AI in the
Yeah,
pre-production or
we
storytelling?
do. We do. Especially in pre-production. A lot of it in pre-production because it just gives us more options in a faster amount of time. But again, it fully depends on who is using the AI. So it really needs to be a good artist who is using that AI to get something worthwhile out of it. The AI is again just a tool.
Coming to the creators, especially young creators, is there any advice you would give to young creators how to build their own animated original or create the IP?
Right. I think that's the first step. Maybe the entry point into actually getting into animation is probably going to be easier as the years go by. It's not as hard and as cost and labor intensive as it probably is today or last year. But everything still starts with an idea. Everything still starts with you turning up and sitting in front of that computer, staring blankly for a while and waiting for something to happen. So I think, that is not going to change. Like, I feel the most successful or the most impactful IPs again, because stories, I love to say stories because we somehow seem, because like the corporate words of IP seems to like de-soul things. Like I used to have a big problem when people called like trailers units or something like, or where is your asset? I'm like, I don't know what my asset is. This is my trailer. Like this is my trailer and this is my song. I don't know what's my asset. So like I don't know what my IP is. This is my story. So I think if people make stories passionately and they do it because they don't have a choice. Usually for a writer, it feels like you just have to tell the story, you just want to put it out there on paper, even if you'll do the grind of going to production houses and actors and trying to pitch it and do all of it, but the most important thing is that each has to be taken care of, you have to put it out there, it has to find its way out of you onto paper. So usually those things are the ones that are really successful or that they last longer.
Because you mentioned about the corporate executives, do you believe in the sequels, especially if the feature movie finished in a certain way? That there is
I
no
believe
space
in
for
Kalki
the
Part 2. That's presently my belief, and Bhairava, Buji and Bhairava episode 3 and 4, but they were all meant to be together. I mean, of course, like there are. I don't think that's really corporate. I just think it's the size of the story you want to tell. Like a Mahabharata is 10 books, but you can divide that further into 30 or 40 books also, right? Like if you take it Bhargava-wise, then it's probably 100 books. So it just depends on the size of story you want to tell. And the same thing with Panchatantra is probably like 5 pages, and it's still as beautiful a story. So it's just your choice.
You reached live action, animation, and sci-fi. Do you see yourself returning to animation in the full-length feature?
I always wanted to. I thought of it at some point of time. It's definitely a lot of commitment and work. I personally think like to make a full-length animation feature is as much, if not more, than making a live-action feature. So yeah, I don't know when, but I'd love to come into it when, like I said, I don't have a choice and I really want to do it.
So, final question: what's next for Nagesh? Are you?
It's my kid's birthday today, so I'll go and participate. I will participate. Apart from that, nothing much. I mean, working on a few stories. we have Kalki Part 2 that's in pre-production. That's one beast that we sort of took a little space from and then we're coming back to it. And episodes 3 and 4 are almost ready. We'll release that when the time is right. There are a lot of very interesting things even around Kalki that we're developing, and I think the atmosphere or the time period around whenever Kalki 2 releases is going to be very exciting.
And that will be the future of the Kalki universe, Kalki 2 and Bhairava and Buji?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, yeah, it will.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your time. And we also believe in Kalki Part 1 very intensively. I would like to invite Bharat to give the token of thanks to our speakers today.
Anybody else?
Any more questions? We'll go here.
My name is Monish. I just want to know who is going to be on one of Kalki. Or at least his finalist.
My name is Subhati.
That was a good question and answer. Any other questions you have? You have a question?
Yeah, my name is Solar Shankar. Hi, sir.
Hi.
I wanted to just know, I think it might be some complicated one, but try to answer, sir. Yeah. Who is playing Sumati in the clarification?
The one that God wants.
Have to expect a direct answer from you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We have one question.
Hi. So, the Kalki universe really changed how India started seeing world building, and we've got a lot of people delving into the future through their world building through comics, games, stories. How do you think you can build a strong world? What do you think worked for Kalki, and what do you think the future of world building is in India?
I think it's relatable characters and usually enough number of characters. Like if you have at least 3 or 4 interesting characters in a world that people can connect to, then you can actually call it a world building exercise. So I think what worked for Kalki was that, because if you ask 10 people, most likely there'll be somebody who likes Skylar, there's somebody who likes Bhairava, there's somebody who likes Ashwadama. So that it's not just the hero, it's not just one person. Of course everybody likes Bhairava, of course everybody loves Ashwadama, but they also have secondary people that they've connected with deeply. And I think what is very interesting and very untapped in this world building ecosystem or franchise or whatever is games. I think we haven't done anything interesting in the game space, whether it's board games, card games, video games, mobile games, anything that has successfully taken off from a film into that world. Because I think once you mix them, it's really a full circle.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Do we have any more questions? We'll just take last one from there.
Hello sir, I just have one suggestion for the leader of Prabhas. We are expecting much better voice like normally because he does not suit the properly on Prabhas personality in Kalki.
Yeah, I mean, the other Hindi dub of Prabhas was done by some other guy. So I always feel weird when somebody dubs for somebody else. Like imagine if you're talking and the voice comes from there. It is weird, like. So I think we'll improve obviously, but I think it should be the actor's voice. Otherwise, the performance is not complete.
That's it. Thank you for all the questions.
Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.
ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడున్నాడు నాయన?
जब जाके खत्म हो गया वो बाइक मेरे से गिर गया था।
first time I have seen, many would have come in line now. And you know, that reflects the greater creativity which lies in this soil of Telangana and Hyderabad. I would like to mention here, why I was mentioning is the science, which is a core element in terms of technology, and art, which reflects in the creativity. Here in Hyderabad, they don't sit in the different classrooms. They share the same desk, the same chai glass, and also they often meet the impossible deadlines all the time. A coder here stretches storyboards. You know, a designer writes a Python, and a gamer like, you know, Sridhar or Mike or, you know, Raju or a couple of people sitting here, they become the entrepreneurs. So here we rise. You know, I always claim that, you know, Hyderabad is IT driven and IT capital. I always claim, and when these people keep speaking to me, this is also India's imagination hub. And we are coming up with lot many centers of excellence in this. And I can see that the imagination through this India Joy 2025 comes alive. You know, when we see Japanese anime at the global games, now if we see our industry here in animation, what now Dil Raju and our Union Secretary was just telling about the Nasima animation movie which have done 300 crores. Today, here we are creating India's gaming industry, if you have seen it over the past 2 decades. From 24 to 25, India's gaming industry reached to 3.1 billion. You know, it is growing at about 20% CAGR and projection of 6 billion by 2028. When I was interacting with Mr. Mike and Mr. Sridhar, they gave all the details how the gaming industry is going to get developed. India has about 68 billion gamers. And out of it, Telangana contributes about 25. The great leaders who are sitting in the desk, there are about 400 plus studios in this city of Hyderabad. And OTT's content production in Hyderabad has grown to 35% year on year. And if you have seen, Hyderabad earlier known as City of Pearls, now I have seen, we are all seeing that it is a city of pearls, pixels, what do people do, poetry, and also the possibilities. And while moving from IT to imagination capital, here I can proudly claim that 200 plus AVGC studios are there creating for film, OTT, gaming, and global platforms. You know, I would like to mention that recently, the Google's safety engineering center in Hyderabad, which is focusing absolutely on AI, ethics, and digital safety. We have hubs for incubation, innovation hub that is hours that will be there by mid 2026. And also AI City, and we've already come up with the first ever. If somebody needs the data on the government platform itself, we have come up with TG data index, where you can avail the data which is necessary for the next level engineering technologies. And this is what we have been doing. It's not, we have done not just with a coincidence. Our policy, our intent to make everything as possible. And we don't need now, we do not need to look up to Silicon Valley. I think we have our own and we have to develop more. Game Electronics built Party Night, India's first metaverse platform. Telangana VFX team worked under Triple R, the India's Oscar-winning global cluster. India's game creator from Warangal and the tier 2 towns, Manikunda, Karimnagar, pushing on Steam and Play Store for a global audience. And I would like to really make reference to India Joy, which hosted about 30,000 creators, 500 studios in 25 countries last year. And now, we have to have this power with a purpose. We are building AI worlds now. We are building virtual worlds now. We are building digital realities. Now we have to literally, the regulatory framework on behalf of the government. I have been putting this before the union government too. And most efficient administrator like Sanjay Jaju, who is at the helm of affairs on the national stage. How we are going to create value for them? How are we going to create some regulatory framework for them? Any game should not become an addiction. Maybe it may be a revenue model for most of the players, but it has to add a value. It has to have fun. Any game has to have the fun. But addiction is a bad thing. We have to think all our games or building communities, or we are ultimately isolating them. Are we shaping culture or just trying to capture attention? These are the 3-4 paradoxical points where we have to mention ourselves to see what technology is giving us. Technology gives us power, no doubt. Culture gives us purpose. All your creation should reflect absolutely empathy, diversity, sustainability, and Indian identity. I always tell my people, technology should not only make algorithms, but add values to the life of the people. And I would like to mention, I always tell my esteemed partners who are sitting in the days or off the days from the state of Telangana, we have to do everything from Hyderabad. World should not give us, we have to give it back. Why should the next Marvel House universe not come from this Hyderabad? Why should our place be the next Zelda or next Naruto or Fortnite or Studio Ghibli? Why can't we build in Telangana? Because I believe that we have talent, we have technology, and our government led by Mr. Revant Reddy, we shall aid and help and cooperate as a co-creator, not just as a regulator. I give you this assurance on this floor that we will act as a facilitator to your industry, and we shall create with you. That is why instead of announcing schemes in this, we will build together. And it is something like what we think of Creative Futures Fund and a sports academy or a platform for women creators. Like this phases of giving schemes, let it not remain a government promise. Let's work on these platforms for a shared combination of our expertise. And from here I can say that, where the mission, the studios, the startups, the universities, where we both can invest together and win together. That is my appeal to the industry partners on the days. And I would like to mention here, world requires the imagination. Talent will observe that. And let us make Hyderabad not only the Telangana's imagination hub. Let us make the Hyderabad the world imagination hub. Let us create this ecosystem fearlessly. We will build honestly, root your stories in what we are, you are. This is what I would like to mention, and I would like to welcome all the industry partners from the media, from the production houses, from the gamers, from the animation studios who have come all over from different parts of India and different parts of the world. Come to Hyderabad, sail with us, we are there with you, and our industry partners will help aid and coexist with you with equal respect. So I would like to really mention, ఎందుకంటే చాలా మంది ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారు, తెలుగు మూవీకి సంబంధించిన అనేక మందిని చూస్తూ ఉంటాను, నా మిత్రులు ఇప్పుడే చూస్తాను. ఇక్కడ వస్తూ ఉంటే మూవీ ఫీల్డ్, మూవీ థియేటర్కు లేకుంటే ఒక ప్రొడక్షన్ హౌస్కి వచ్చినట్టుంది. ఇక్కడ చాలామంది ఆర్టిస్టులు, సినిమాటోగ్రఫర్లు, వివిధ రంగాల డైరెక్టర్లు చాలామంది ఇక్కడ వచ్చున్నారు. మీరందరూ కూడా ఈరోజు తెలుగు ఫిలిం ఇండస్ట్రీని పెద్ద ఎత్తున మరి ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్తా ఉన్న తరుణంలో మొత్తం భారతదేశంలోనే తెలుగు ఫిలిం ఇండస్ట్రీ లేకుంటే అసలు ఫిలిం ఇండస్ట్రీస్కి పేరు లేకుండా ఆ విధమైన పిక్చర్స్ని కూడా మూవీస్ని తీస్తూ మరి మా సోదరుడు దిల్రాజు లాంటి ఒక ప్రముఖ ప్రొడ్యూసర్గా మంచి మూవీని కూడా ప్రోత్సాహం చేసే కార్యక్రమంలో కార్యాచరణలో ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్తాను. తరుణంలో ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసిన చాలామంది క్రియేటివ్ ఫీల్డ్, మూవీ అంటే క్రియేటివ్ ఫీల్డ్ చాలా వరకు కూడా అర్థం కాదు. నేను 2-3 మార్లు మూవీ తీస్తున్నప్పుడైతే నాకు ఏం అర్థం కాలేదు. I didn't even know A or B or C what they are doing it. That is being encapsulated. మా హీరో గారు ఉన్నారు చెప్పాలా, ఎన్నిసార్లు రీటేక్ చేస్తే నాలాంటి ప్రేక్షకులు 1 సెకండ్లో చూస్తారు. మీరు 10 గంటలు పని చేస్తే మేము 1 సెకండ్లో చూస్తాం మీ యాక్షన్. సో ఆ విధమైన మరి కృషి, ఆ విధమైన ఆలోచనలు, సృజనాత్మకమైన మీ కళలను ముందుకు పెట్టి ఆహ్లాదింపు చేసే కార్యక్రమం తీసుకుంటాం. అనేక మంది, చాలామంది ఇక్కడ వచ్చిన మరి మూవీ ఫీల్డ్కి సంబంధించిన పెద్దలందరికీ, మరి ఇంకో పక్షాన ఈ ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ ఇండస్ట్రీకి సంబంధించి, అదేవిధంగా గేమింగ్ ఇండస్ట్రీకి సంబంధించి, యానిమేషన్ ఇండస్ట్రీకి సంబంధించిన పెద్దలకి హృదయపూర్వకంగా ఈరోజు ఇండియా జాయ్ ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి చేసిన పెద్దలందరికీ మరొకసారి హృదయపూర్వకంగా ఐ విష్ యూ గుడ్ లక్, ఆల్ ద బెస్ట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Standing ovation everyone for the visionary leader మన రాష్ట్రానికి డిజిటల్ మార్పు తీసుకొచ్చిన ఎంతో దూరదృష్టి కలిగిన ఒక గొప్ప నాయకుడు. ఇలా గట్టిగా చెప్పడంతో let's honor him with huge round of applause and a standing ovation. Thank you so much. Thank you. May I request Viren sir and Ashish sir to do the movie exchange MOU. This will be a historic moment today, ladies and gentlemen. Give a big round of applause as I welcome both of the iconic leaders and pioneers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As you all know that our Honorable Secretary just spoke about ICT, and we have an iconic institution in Hyderabad which is called T-Hub. So we are signing a MOU between IICT and T-Hub, and our chairman of IICT is Honorable Secretary. So I would request you to sir, please.
Everyone, give a big round of applause.
బయటలు అంత లేలే, కష్టం దొరకవు దొరకవు.
అంతేగాని రిపోర్టర్లు ఒక్కరు దొరకనా,
వాళ్ళు బయటలాడిస్తారా? నాగేశ్వరి వచ్చిండు ఇందాక.
అక్కడికా?
అది రికార్డ్ చేస్తాను, నువ్వు ఫోన్ చేస్తాను.
ఇక్కడ తెలియదన్న మిత్రే వెతికింది
అంటే
తెలియదన్న
తిరిగి వెళ్ళిపోతారా అనుకున్నాను. ఇక్కడ ఇంత
Immediately we have the pickle magazine industry magazine launch.
లోపలికి పోతున్నా మీడియా పాయింట్ బ్యాగ్ పెట్టిటాను కార్లో పెట్టిటాను లేదు మీడియా పాయింట్ ఎక్కడ అని అడిగి వాళ్ళు ఇటు వస్తే వాళ్ళని వచ్చింది.
Film industry, animation and VFX కి సంబంధించిన ఒక magazine ని ఇప్పుడు ఆవిష్కరణ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. Our Honorable IT Minister Sridhar Babu గారి స్వయాన చేతుల మీద, అలాగే మన ఫేవరెట్ ఫిల్మ్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్ దిల్ రాజు గారి చేతుల మీదుగా few other pioneers and leaders witnessing this moment.
నీ ఫోన్లే కనపడుతున్నాడు, ఏం చేసుకోలేదు.
అయ్యా కొత్త కొత్త ఫోన్లు ఏమున్నాయి
ఎక్కువ
to 15 industry events so that we can grow. With your support, we can definitely grow. And thank you so much for also giving a lot of support for this from the central government, sir. Thank you so much. And dignitaries, Teja Garu, he is our VFX hero. He is VFX hero. We should thank you.
సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ఫిలిం ఇంకా విఎఫ్ఎక్స్ తగ్గేదే లేదంటున్నాను. ప్రతి మూవీలో సార్ గారితో విఎఫ్ఎక్స్ ఆయన ఇస్ సో డైనమిక్. అంత హనుమాన్ నుంచి అయితే ట్రెండ్ అయింది, సో వినాయ్ మూవీ నుంచి అయితే ట్రెండ్ అయింది. ఇది ఒక కొత్త ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఫర్ యానిమేషన్ ఇండస్ట్రీ. విష్ ఆల్ థ్యాంక్స్. ఆయన ఒక సినిమా చేస్తుంటే మళ్ళీ ఒక 100 కంపెనీలు బతుకుతున్నట్లే వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ యానిమేషన్ మూవీస్. యూ షుడ్ గివ్ ఎ బిగ్ థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ హిమ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. మా ఇండస్ట్రీ సపోర్ట్ చేయండి. మీ వల్ల కొన్ని 10,000 మంది ఎంప్లాయీస్ బతుకున్నారు సార్, అది యానిమేషన్ విఎఫ్ఎక్స్ ఇండస్ట్రీ. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. అండ్ దిల్రాజ్ గారు, he's power of the industry. ఆయన సపోర్ట్ వెరీ కంటిన్యూస్ ఉంది. He's ఇప్పుడున్న తెలుగు ఇండస్ట్రీకి ఈ సపోర్టింగ్ సో మచ్. అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ఆయన ఈస్ వెరీ అప్రిషియేటింగ్ టు ఎంకరేజ్ యానిమేషన్ గేమింగ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ కూడా బాగా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. మీ అందరూ తెలుసు దిల్రాజ్ గారు మూవీ మంచిగా పోతుందని. సో అంత సక్సెస్ఫుల్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్ గారు మనకు సపోర్ట్ చేసి ఈవెంట్ అంతా బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ నుంచి చాలా హెల్ప్ చేశారు ఇండస్ట్రీ కమ్యూనికేట్ చేయడం. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. And Hiren and Ashish are like godfather for the industry, VFX animation industry. Wale policy every industry, not only here, they talk in every state, they help. And they were India just started up, they have been mentoring us. They are the big pillars of India Joy and all the industry in animation VFX industry. Thank you so much, Ashish ji and Biren ji. And Basiruddin are always there. He is one of the founders to bring digital technology to India. He is always like mentoring VFX, Dwaga and India Joy. He's all thank you sir, your membership. Thank you so much. And AMD, Chairperson garu is being supporting. Because of him, he was even in China great support వచ్చింది. మీరు అక్కడ చూడండి, India Joy, wherever India Joy, there is AMD. Anta support is he is the main pillar for the support, and we give a big clap sir for sir. Yeah, thank you so much sir. Thank you. And Sridhar garu is the king of gaming. So gaming industry develop చేశారు. Not only here, or international US లో అక్కడ ఇక్కడ బాగా చేశారు. He has been make support. ఒకప్పుడు ఈ ఈవెంట్ స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు because of త్రిమూర్తులు, one is Rajiv, Sridhar, Mike. We worked so hard and we did this industry. We should thank Sridhar and Rajiv for this. Yeah, thank you so much. And Rajiv is the president of Twaga, and the same thing. Thank you so much, sir. Chodabim garu. And Damodar garu, producer council. Thank you so much, sir. And sir, Veer Shankar garu, thank you so much for coming. Senthil garu, thank you so much for coming. And PG Vidya garu, thank you so much for coming. We wanted to talk, but time ledu. I'm a little tense, so if I miss your name, don't take your mistakes, sir. Thank you so much. We conclude this event, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. I request everyone to give a standing ovation. Before we leave, can we all stand for a picture, please, leaving the books behind? A nice picture. Can somebody from the crew please help arranging the tables? Can we remove the tables for the crew? I request the camera crew to please cooperate. You will have nice pictures, not to worry. మీరు కొంచెం వెనకైతే వాళ్ళందరినీ మన ముందుకు తీసుకురావచ్చు. I request all the fraternity to move just 2 steps back.
ಏನು ಬಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ. ఏదేముంది మడత పెట్టి ఇంకా అంటున్నాను. ఏం అర్థం కావట్లేదు మరి, ఏం చేయాలి, ఎక్కడ పోవాలి, ఎక్కడ పోవాలి.
All right, beautiful picture captain. Everyone smile, say biryani.
బిర్యానీ పెడతారా
మాకొద్దు.
Thank you so much. I request everyone to kindly cooperate while we escort our BBAP guests, our chief guests of this amazing morning, safely outside this arena while you also capture your pictures, but I want all of you to please.